Yo, yo, yo. What up, people? What's happening? Welcome to another, what'll probably be a real quick video. What I call this shit? The show improved, the portable edition off the phone piece. Yeah. Let me pull up the YouTube thing to make sure the stream is doing what the stream's supposed to do. Yep, show is. Yep. There we go. Shout out to everyone that is in the building or may come in, or whether you're outside the building, in your house, on the street, in the cardboard box, wherever you're at. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad y'all still got a Wi-Fi type signal where you could do your thing. What's this? Billy Otto, 6IX9INE's old best friend versus Frenchie, going at it on IG Live. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, man. This dude, Natureboy, aka Eligio Bishop. The plot thickens. I forget the name of the skin condition, so forgive me on that. I actually mentioned it in the video. It's some dermatitis skin condition. I actually did a video like this last night, but then somebody was talking about how he be flagging when you use his actual images and videos on the screen, so I just took that shit down. But yeah, shout out to all three of y'all up in here. But yeah, Natureboy, he claims he had a skin condition because if you look at him, his skin is starting to peel around the nose, around the mouth, and around the hairline. And this particular skin condition he had affects 85 to 95% of people with HIV. However, Natureboy himself did a video where he cleared up a very huge misconception. All right, so it affects 85 to 95% of people with HIV. It also affects 5% of the population. We're talking about the United States population here. So 85 to 95% of people with HIV come down with this skin condition that he has. And a separate statistic from that is 5% of people in the US altogether come down with that, with that skin condition, right? So the misconception is that of that 5% of the US population that have this skin condition, the misconception that was throwing people off was that of that 5%, 85 to 95% of them have HIV. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, 5% of 5%. 5% of the 5% are the ones that don't have it. But no, that's not what it is. It just means that if someone has HIV, there's a good likelihood, 85 to 95% chance that they will get that same skin condition he has. Now, I did a little bit of the math myself, as well as Natureboy. You got on his stream and did the math too. 5% of the U.S. population is about 16 million people, right? So we're going to take the 16 million. So basically 16 million people in the U.S. are actually 16 and a quarter, 16,250,000 on approximately of people in the U.S. have this particular skin condition. Yet the percentage of people infected with HIV that's been reported in the US is, we'll just round it up to like 1%. It's really like 1.2 or something, but let's just say 1%. So, and the amount of people that 1% is what it came down to, it came up to like 1.2 million people, something like that. So 1.2 million people in the US have HIV. However, about 16 million people have this particular skin condition. This particular skin condition affects 85 to 95% of people that are part of that 1.2 million that have HIV. See the difference? So basically what that means, if someone has this skin condition, there's probably a 1 in a 15th chance about that they have that skin condition due to HIV. Because if we're talking about 16 million people with the skin condition and only about 1.2 million or 1 million of people with HIV, then that tells you that yeah, there's way more people with the skin condition that does not have, or at least have not been diagnosed with HIV, right? So Natureboy was kind of breaking that down. He didn't go into the statistics of the population, I don't think anyway, that of US that has HIV. That part I think he left out, so I wanted to add that because that's very important. So basically, if someone has this skin condition, it's about approximately a 1 in 15th chance that is due to HIV, right? So that in itself you can't really use against Natureboy as the red flag that he has HIV. However, there are other factors that give the good impression that Nature Boy having this skin condition still leads to him possibly having HIV. In my opinion, what are those factors? There's been revealed text message conversations of Nature Boy saying that he's had contact with people with HIV. He's reproduced with them, and that means no condom was on if you had a baby with people that were considered HIV positive. I think he said the person he had a baby with had it. I could be wrong about that. But he did say within text messages talking to people that he's had encounters, plural, with people with HIV, right? As well as is very suspect, it's considered that he has a history of doing homosexual activity. Some years back he used to be a stripper at a gay bar. This he admitted himself. He said that he has at least had sex with a tranny once. At least, he could have had sex 50 times with 25 different trannies for all we know. But the low denominator of what he admitted is that he has been with the tranny, you know what I'm saying? And AIDS and HIV isn't necessarily a prejudice disease where anyone can get it, but we got to be real. Homosexuals pass it around a lot more. It's a lot more of a chance to get it being on some homo stuff, right? So, so he's admitted to having to homosexual sex, right? He's also admitted to having sexual encounters with people, multiple people that have been said to have HIV, right? So would it just be a coincidence that he has this skin condition that's just a 1 in a 15th chance of being related to HIV? Or is that a red flag that he probably got that? Because if you have HIV, most likely you're going to come down with this skin condition. You know what I'm saying? So if we just take the skin condition itself and the statistics, you can't, it's a very weak argument. You know what I mean? But if you add the fact that this man has said that he's engaged sexually in a cesspool of HIV, and you happen to have a skin condition that affects nearly all people with HIV, 85 to 95%, then it's kind of very telling. And I'll even add a couple more things. Now this is just my general off the head making sense of things. This next part, what I'm going to say. They say the actual cause of this particular skin condition, they don't totally know what causes it, right? But as a general rule of thumb, I will say this. Like, if you're highly melanated, if you're dark skinned, stuff like that, you're less prone to skin cancer. You're less prone to dermatological issues and stuff like that because your skin is rich in melanin, right? So, oh yeah, also, what's another thing that can cause bad skin? A bad diet, right? However, Nature Boy is in the tropics, eating no GMO, eating the finest fruits and everything straight from the earth. You know what I'm saying? So his diet is impeccable, at least as he purports it to be, right? And he's a highly melanated brother, right? So you can't say he got bad skin due to diet, right? Because he's eating great, and him being a dark brother, that puts him in a category of a lot less likely to have a skin condition, especially some stuff where your skin's peeling and turning colors and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Rich dark people are way less likely to get something like that, right? So it kind of boxes him into plausibility that his skin condition that he has is based on HIV, as it affects 85 to 95% of people that's infected with that. You know what I mean? And I was watching Young Pharaoh and Nature Boy. They had an Instagram back and forth. Pharaoh was trying to probe that situation and stuff. And, Nature Boy was saying the same thing. HIV doesn't exist, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Another thing that's kind of messed up, as Pharaoh looked up this skin condition and its relation to someone with HIV, they also say that the blood cell count or something like that of people that have this skin condition, that the blood cell count is so low that it's almost to the level of full-blown AIDS. You know what I'm saying? So if you're up to the point where you have that shit, HIV, and you have this skin condition, then it's almost like the clock is ticking. If you've gotten to the point of that skin condition with that low blood count, then you know what I'm saying, it could be bad. So basically, not only does it suggest he probably has HIV, it also suggests that, he may be deteriorating. He may be on the way to AIDS. And being that he's a dude that gets on camera, talks a lot, people might see the progression of that nasty disease play out, as it's already showing a sign, if that's what he has. Now, keep in mind, I'm not hard body saying for sure anything. I'm just, making sense and breaking down all the factors and the details and trying to think of what the probability is that his skin condition is due to that, right? However, just to recap, 5% of people have that skin condition, roughly 16 million in the US. And of the people that have HIV in the US, which is about 1.2 million, 85 to 95% of them come down with this skin condition, right? So even if it was 100% of people with HIV having that skin condition, we're still only talking 1.2 million of the 16 million people with that skin condition. You follow me? So normal circumstances, it's about a 1 in a 15th chance that someone has HIV if they have that skin condition, right? However, Natureboy has been dealing with homosexual type business. He's openly admitted that he's had sexual encounters with people with HIV. So, and he has highly melanated skin and he eats very good. So everything kind of boxes him into the probability that that skin condition is some HIV manifesting. And like I said in that other video, brother, like I actually feel for him. I actually feel bad, the possibility that he got that. So, brother, if you want to think it's a theory, you want to think it doesn't exist, I'm going to repeat what I said in the other video. Get tested, get that paperwork done, and shit, who knows? You may have an epiphany when if you see that paperwork saying you're positive. That may shock your ass into getting medicine and falling back from exposing yourself to other people that that rock with you. You know what I'm saying? That you have as your loyal followers. And for their sake, put the potential positive HIV paperwork, put that up against what you have to say about it being a hoax. Give people the opportunity to make their own informed decision. The best way to make an informed decision is to put forth as much information as you can. So if the doctors are going to test you and say you're positive for that, show that to everybody. Let everybody see that. This way it'll be fair. This way, when you say it's a hoax and it's a false positive and everything like that, at least they could make an educated decision based on the factors that they have. So that's what's up with that situation right there. And as far as 6ix9ine, Tekashi 6ix9ine, a couple new developments. They said that his case with the state, where he was on probation for 4 years and he couldn't get in trouble or whatever, or he'll have to do some time, get locked up. The state closed that case. And why they closed that case is due to 6ix9ine's federal case. I guess they're so sure that he's going to do some time that they said, you know what, it's not even worth bothering with this. Let them have it. Now, how this may work in favor for 6ix9ine is this. As you may know, he had a bail hearing and he was denied, right? It's, as I understand, it's rare for Fed cases to give you bail anyway. But there's always a possibility. But, prior to them closing the state case, it was almost a certainty he would not get bail, because if he appeals the decision and tries to get bail for the federal case and they grant it, then at that point the state will pick him up, because technically he has violated his probation by getting arrested and getting in trouble. See what I'm saying? So if federal people gave him bail, then he'll have to deal with the state and he'd be locked up again, out of the frying pan into the fire. Right? But since the state now closed their case or called it time served or anything, they're not sweating him anymore. Now, if he makes a bail appeal and gets the bail appeal, it'll, you know what I'm saying, he'll be out. So I guess we'll have to see how that situation goes. Shit, I still think of the plausibility that all this stuff is a hoax anyway. You know what I mean? There's too much unreal stuff going on with bruh. But under the auspices, under the idea that this is a real genuine situation, which it most likely is, but I always got to be keen of possibilities it's not, because I know they do make the world a stage. That's some real stuff. So then there's this brother Snow Billy, somebody that was down with Treyway he goes on, this dude, Jack Frost of the BBN Network. Shout out and salute to you, Jack Frost. I was listening to that. He got on his show talking about 6ix9ine. Like basically, this dude has a book coming out. I forget the name of it. I think it's called 69 Shots or something like that. And the book is gonna be about 6ix9ine, how he got down with the crew and everything, and how he got blooded in or initiated in the gang. Which to me is kind of crazy to be saying in a book, knowing that 6ix9ine's case is gonna ride on if he was an actual member of that supposed gang or not. So for somebody to come out with a book, uh, pretty much claiming him to have been in the gang, blooded in or whatever, I think that that's a little reckless, because the dude that made the book, from the interview that I seen, it doesn't look like he has any beef with 6ix9ine. It don't look like he's trying to like jam him up. In fact, he has more beef with the dude Shotty, one of his co-Ds or whatever. And I think another one of the co-Ds he said is an alright dude, but a little shady too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, basically, dude was in the interview just saying that dude Shotty been shady. He been robbing people and just reckless, doing a lot of wild stuff. And the dude also said that this guy, what's his name again? Snow Billy. He said that he did not want 6ix9ine to go the route that he went. He wanted him to be more more child friendly. I guess he wanted him to be the John Cena of the rap game. You know what I'm saying? Imagine 6ix9ine on a cereal box. I mean, that actually makes a lot of sense to me. Little short fella, rainbow ass hair. I mean, he already looked like a cartoon. So had they went the cater to the kids route instead of the gangster route, shoot, he'd be way more successful, I personally think, and he wouldn't be locked up. So yeah, dude was just on the interview talking, his little talk. He said a lot of stuff though. He said that he got set up by the gang allegedly, and he ended up getting shot in the head and neck, and he survived. You know what I'm saying? And he was just breaking down a lot of stuff, history of how the gang got started and everything. So if anyone's interested in that, just go to BBN Network. You know what I'm saying? Type that in the search. Check out Jack Frost. He has good information with hip hop interviews, breaks down he regurgitates the news just like everybody else on this hip hop shit. Damas Live, BBN, this one, that one. I would say academics, but I mean, let's be real. Academics started this gangster shit, and and this the motherfucking thanks he get. So, but yeah, he's another hip hop news regurgitator. You know what I mean? Actually, no. Let me give dude a little bit of credit of BBN. He actually has put forth. You know what it is? It's his perspective and his sense of common sense. Like he'll take a story and then he'll come up with some facts just by using the information that no one else is saying. Like dude is actually pretty intelligent, because there's a lot of things that people end up finding later, like about Tekashi 6ix9ine and stuff like that, where BBN, Jack Frost, had done said it weeks or months prior. You know what I'm saying? Like mad stuff. So I do got to give him his credit. He's more than just a news regurgitator, because he uses his sense of logic to figure certain aspects out of about certain things that other people don't do. So I take that back. Not a news regurgitator exclusively. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like dude, dude is basically saying that 6ix9ine was in the gang. I'm kind of like, what are you doing, brother? I mean, I understand people want to make a book and get some paper up and everything, and allegedly he got betrayed by the gang and stuff like that. Not 6ix9ine per se, but the more grimier elements of it. But shit, wait till next year when that case is over with, then come out with your book. You know what I'm saying? The feds are gonna be all up on that book, page for page, and be doing this, licking it, turn the pages. Old white guy with the glasses on. You know what I mean? They're gonna be thumbing through that joint. So that shit was a little crazy. But shout out to the 5 people. I just wanted to, hop on, run my mouth just for the sake of hopping on and running my mouth. Oh yeah, what's going on in YouTube land? Oh, I could show y'all guys the BBN page. Things I was watching. 6ix9ine exposed by Formula. As you can see, Yeah, this is the guy right here. Tonight Show with Jack Frost, BBN Network. So go there and subscribe. You know what I mean? He has real good information.
Christmas gift guide, up to 50%
It puts a good twist on
100
things.
shoppers win a free order. Shop now.
All right, let me get out of here. That's the brother right there. So yeah, subscribe to that brother. He got the good information. What else we got spinning? Turn that off. Red face in the place. What's happening, bro? Let me see what else is going on up in here. Oh, turn that off. It's on some sideways shit, literally. Okay. Fat Smith that gets eternal. Yeah, this right here is a new EP called the Monarch Program. That's We Live by Brooklyn Damien and Tone Space. Brooklyn Damien did all the beats, and you know what I'm saying, it's basically our little group, Brooklyn Damien and Tone Space. We actually probably should make an actual straight up group name, you know, but that's pretty cool right there. Brooklyn Damien and Tone Space. That's We Live. It's available now on all the platforms. As you can see, you can search it on YouTube. You know, listen to the whole EP for free, and you know, you could also support if you want. I'm trying to find this other one cut. I just want to play my verse of the other one because, yeah, my shit was Fuegos. Where did I join that? Let me do it like this. Like I ripped that shit. Oh, everywhere I ripped that shit too. But yeah, if anyone want to know what I was saying about Natureboy, just, you know, catch the replay. You know, I go a little bit in depth about that HIV thing, you know, as well as the latest trials and tribulations of 6ix9ine. Where we at? All in the Name, Hannibal's Theme, You're Mine. This one right here. Check this verse out.
Choices is still MK Ultra, them they vultures roll. We
The people got the voices screaming for our freedom that's been void and pumped. Penn State voting ain't the road into a course could be with cats that want the yes. Trapped in buttons, look like other bodies, led by evil, has us all a mess. Black with power that's been clouded by a fruitless mission for the deep we hold. Politicians piling bread and vector, stop outliving flowers, cease to grow. Power corrupts minds have grown up as a child, we let imagination flow. Now we're over boxing options, so just how you think it's all a Truman show.
Oh no, I think that was not too shabby, if I may say so myself. I think I ripped that joint. You know, and for all y'all that like when I kick the slow flow, hey, I gave you just what you asking for. But yeah, Redface, this app is dope. It's YouTube gaming. The only thing is I don't think it works on iOS devices like iPhones and iPads and stuff. Like the app will work, but to live stream on it, you gotta have the YouTube gaming. You have to have it on an Android device, I believe so. Because I have an iPad and my iPad, the YouTube gaming, it doesn't give me the option to live stream. So I think it's an Android only thing. But yeah, basically you could live stream and you could pretty much browse. It'll capture anything and everything on your phone. So I just got a warning for you, Redface, and whoever may use this to do their live streams. It's gonna capture everything on your phone. So, you know what I'm saying? Keep them naked pics out of there, or the naked pic you sent someone else, a girl or whatever, or any text information you don't want to show. Make sure all that shit is not visible, because it will show on your joint. You know, like I use a backup phone. Like I don't have any information on this phone because I don't even want it. You know, you never know. You may get a text popping up out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the D was good last night, or who knows what. You know what I mean? Stuff you don't want to share with the general populace. So I use my backup phone where I don't even have any information on it. So yeah, if you got like a backup phone that's Android, I'd recommend that too. Or if you do it on an iPad that don't got like your personal information and shit. But yeah, the shit is fly. I did a tutorial on the Tone Space Music channel some months ago about how to do a hangout panel with a live phone, with the with just a phone. And I could actually show you what I mean, because since it catches everything on your screen, all you got to do is live stream on YouTube and then just go to Hangouts. So yes, you could do hangout panels and have like 10 people discussions with just a phone, an Android device. I don't know why this shit taking long to open. It worked when I did the tutorial some months ago, but the shit acting stupid, but yeah, it works. Under normal circumstances, the hangout thing will open and you can do all the shit, send the links, just like you do on computer. So yes, you can do shows with hangouts on an Android device. Blacktronics EPS1 given the eye of Horus, third eye of Thundera. You know what I mean? How do I? Come on, I'm trying to get this shit to put me back on sideways vision. Usually, I guess it was meant for gamers that, have games on their phone and shit. So you could do the, live stream your games. Which is pretty fun too. There's a couple things I rock with on Android. What's that joint? Modern Combat. That shit is pretty fly. Oh, y'all niggas can see all my shit. What's going on with you, Blacktronics? Damn, can I get this sideways vision back? Go back to YouTube. I don't think I got any like real crazy ass apps on here. I actually undid all those. Like, you see them little dating apps? That's from like months ago. I ain't even really on it like that. You know what I'm saying? But if I had a significant other right now, that shit would look pretty fucked up, seeing the Plenty of Fish and all that shit. But like I said, it is a backup phone, so that shit's from like way back, well over a year ago anyway. What's this? Nut War calls out Tommy Sotomayor is fake, so Tommy tries to clear the air. Oh shit. Oh shit. Here we go. What I like to say, who I like to quote, Ice-T on the phone with Suge Knight. That's if he's dead. There you go. Y'all remember that? But there you go, Tommy. Nutward TV calls out Tommy Sotomayor as fake, so Tommy tries to clear the air. I mean, did I miss something? Did something transpire between like last night and today that, got Tommy in his little bag? Somebody please fill me in if you know. But I was hoping the peace would last. I know a lot of y'all don't rock with Tommy Sotomayor like that and shit. I don't know, man. I just have a penchant. I want to see people doing their thing. That's what it comes down to. I was a dude that recommended those music apps like iMachine. Oh yes, that's right, Blacktronics. Yeah, that's a good look. I think I downloaded one of them joints on the iPad. I just gotta take some time to fuck with it and whatnot. But yeah, what was I saying? Like, I know a lot of people don't like Tommy Sotomayor, and he got his little hang-ups. I understand he be saying some reckless shit when he gets mad against black women, and he doesn't say some, burn them in Auschwitz and ovens and all that shit. I totally get it. But, when I actually watch his show, it puts things in more perspective, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really get that he really feels, as, like the foul shit that he may blurt out in a rant sometimes. Personally, I don't think he really feels that, because on this show, he talks in a whole different type of way, but niggas get mad and they say some old crazy shit. But I say that to say I was hoping that them niggas will squash B. I like to see people come up. This nigga Styles been doing his YouTube thing for a while, and to have a good alliance that could really expand his brand. I'm all for it. You know what I mean? It's already expanding though, because now you be having like 70, 80 plus in in the live stream. So every black channel I go to, they side this Tommy. Word. Yeah, man. I mean, trust me, if I would just if I'd never like in depth watch any of Tommy's shit, I absolutely would be on some fuck that nigga. Because yeah, I mean, I just gotta say, he be saying some wild stuff sometimes when he go on his little rants. It just so happens that when I look into the show and I hear, the more logical side of things, and when he actually separates the baby from the bathwater, and you could tell that he doesn't really mean everybody. Wow, I made that was a Freudian slip of a joke, that everybody shit. Yeah, but you get a better understanding of where he coming from if you actually like watch his shit. Even watching his shit, there's still a good amount of shit I disagree with. I ain't going front. Like, for example, when he'll be cooking or roasting dead relatives or people that died. You know what I'm saying? And, he'll start, like, making fun of them, talking shit to them, about them and everything. And he sees nothing wrong with that. My argument was like, yo, all right, that person's dead. They may not hear you roasting or cooking them, but they have family that's now grieving. They're in a grieving period. You're a popular dude. You're doing this. You're broadcasting this, making fun of or cracking jokes on them here and there. They're in a hurting period. They may feel a way about that. And, Tommy's argument, because this little debate I had with him when I met him. You know what I'm saying? Met him live and we debated about this, shot the shit a little for a couple minutes. Tommy's point was that, well, shouldn't we be treating them better when they're here, when they're on Earth? Why do we wait till they die to say that you can't talk blah, 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 blah about them? And I was like, well, sure, I agree with that. Yeah, while they're here, we should treat them better. I absolutely agree. But how does that take anything away from the point that I'm saying that, they have surviving relatives that are going through a grieving period? You know what I mean? That may feel a way and may get highly hurt, by hearing, messed up things about them. Like, one doesn't really take away from the other. Yes, while they're here, treat them better. Absolutely. That same grieving family, they probably treated him like crap when he was alive. They should have treated him better. Absolutely. But, when he's gone, that still doesn't excuse, to do that. That's like saying, all right, you got fish, and saying that salmon in the water, in the ocean, they swim in a different direction. That's my argument. And Tommy's argument is like, no, they all swim in the same direction. The salmon don't swim in a different direction, right? And he says, well, them fish are wet, right? I'm like, yeah, they're in the water. Of course they're wet. I ate that. I'm like, what does that have to do with salmon swimming in the opposite direction? It still doesn't justify your idea that they swim all in the same direction with the rest of the fish. You know what I'm saying? Sure, you brought up something that is true. Fish in water, they're wet because they're in water, but you didn't explain how salmon don't swim east while the rest of them swim west. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like what I got from him when he was saying treat them better when they're alive. I'm like, I agree with you, but that doesn't mean you should cook them when they dead too. But you know, at the end of the thing, I just told him, I'm like, look, you're gonna have your idea of how you think it should be. I'm gonna have my idea how it should be. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't have to agree with me. I'm just, explaining my point and why I think that that's kind of foul. You know what I'm saying? But that's the beautiful thing about humans. Everyone has their own perspective. Like I always say, you project your own reality. At the end of the day, you are the greatest thing on earth because this is your reality. You have no choice but to be the king or the queen of it. You know? So, saying that, I'm like, all right, if that's what you want, that's what you want. You know? We listen to propaganda videos. True, it's a person that did something stupid to kill themselves. It's open game. Well, should be different or have different opinions. Yeah, I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. A lot of times when you be cooking these people that died, a lot of times they do be, you know what I'm saying, some stupid stuff surrounding them. I ain't saying that. And I do like the idea of, at least sometimes he'll tie it in with some higher point. Like he may roast them or whatever, but, a lot of times he'll tie it in kind of a like, don't go out like this dude. You know what I'm saying? You should not be doing such and such that led to his death. And then, start going in on the person. So I could say that, it's usually a higher level point attached. It's not just, straight up just ripping a motherfucker just to rip a motherfucker. You know what I mean? The problem is people get mad if you're not down with groupthink or tribalism. Yeah, that's true. Well, you know what? As far as that groupthink or tribalism, I'm always that salmon. I'm always the one swimming in the other direction. I let that other tribe go whatever they way they want. You know what I'm saying? I'm that salmon I was talking about. So, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with going against the grain. Boy. When is this shit starting? This show against the homie Styles. Let's see what it is. A motherfucker cannot get any sleep if you're like addicted to this YouTube shit. Damn. Like I would want to go to sleep, but I know in 68 minutes I'm gonna want to see what this shit is about. In fact, I'm gonna click the reminder. But set reminder. There we go. People get mad if you're not down with the group think. Likewise, yeah, right. And you know what? I'm sure it's just like me. It's not like necessarily you're trying to go against the grain just to go against the grain. It'll be because, like, honestly, the grain is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They want some other stuff. Yeah, get it. If you got an Android device, you could live stream from here. You could just be chilling in the bed. You know what I'm saying? You could wake up, and let's say you wake up and you have to take a piss, and then you're up and you just want to go live because you're up anyway. You know what I'm saying? Just get on this thing and do you. But yeah, just like I said, either be very militant in how you safeguard anything on the screen that you don't want people to see, or if you got a spare phone, use your spare phone. It's hard for me to sleep because my studio is 10 feet away. Oh, that's a good problem. Those are good problems. It sounds like you working out here. Said you can't sleep. Your studio is 10 feet away. That's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Be out here hard working like Pac. I guess I'm comparably like that. Like I always keep my my note thing. I use my iPad, that Evernote thing, where I could just like write notes. So a lot of times, especially when late at night when I get like sleepy and getting kind of one of those lucid type of states, the best creativity comes out. So yeah, sometimes I might just pick up my note and start writing out a rhyme, and you know what I'm saying, next thing you know, it's like 2 hours later from when I should have been sleeping, and I done wrote an entire song, the hook and all that shit. So, yeah, I feel you on that. Oh shit, there's already a chat room. Let's see what this chat room talking about. Oh boy. Actually, I was first. It ain't just loaded. I thought Tommy talked to Nutwood the other day. Oh shit, I'm not trying to block. Oh, don't do that. I ain't trying to block nobody. Sorry, I'm asleep. Yeah. Malik, you know how these dudes be. Laugh out loud. One day they're cool, and the next day is back to beefing. Yep, these dudes are like females who love drama, who love the drama. Oh boy. I must have missed something. There must be something that got Tommy in his bag to want to go in on him like that. Because, I mean, the last show I saw of Styles, he just was trying to keep it back on that peaceful shit. He said, look, after that interview with True Freeman and Vic, you know, he was understanding that he had the idea that everyone was going at him. And, you know, Tommy did a show. And even after that, you know, Styles was on some chill shit with it. So something must have transpired between then and now for Tommy to be going, you know, burgers on him. They good. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I must have missed something. I don't know, unless someone, you know, another thing, a lot of the trolls back and forth emailing people saying that you said this about that one said this about this one. You know what I'm saying? Half the time, it ain't even really as bad as, you know, people amp it up to be. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, these trolls, they want to see the drama, you know, they want to see the conflict. You know, they want their soap opera-like entertainment. Wow, this shit is really like a reality show that you could participate in. You know, everyone that does this, they're part of the reality show. But the difference from, you know, between this and watching it on TV is, yeah, you could actually get on your keyboard, get on your diaper typing. You know what I'm saying? I call these people diaper typers. You know what I'm saying? If you a diaper typer, you could just, you know, get that shit up out your Pampers and send it to these people and, you know, keep the beefs going. He tried to get Vic and True to squash it on Style Show. That was the tiff. Facts, Tone. Yeah. Yeah, True Freeman said, I ain't never squashing a beef. But yeah, man, half the time it's the diaper typers that be amping all this shit up, you know. Well, let me see what the title of that shit was again. Because, yeah, maybe it ain't as bad as it looks. But I think as I read the title, it looked like it was going to be some old bullshit. Nutwood TV calls out Tommy Sotomayor as fake. So Tommy tries to clear the air. Okay, you're going to try to clear the air. But when did... Yeah, I must have missed it. I don't know. When did Styles call you out as fake? Oh, well. Who knows? Well, I guess I'm going to end this and, you know, wind it down for the night. Fuck around. I might be back on here just on some quick shit. I don't know. But, yeah, I'm gonna tune in and see what this thing is about. Last stream live 6 hours ago. Let's make sure. Is this December 6th? Okay, yeah, so this is coming up. All right, y'all. I'll catch y'all in a little bit.